Hi, I'm Abu Varghese and I want to share with you my dream. It's a vision that's been unfolding every day in my heart, in my life. 27 million people are trafficked across borders every year. What you find is that this touches 161 countries. It generates at least 32 billion US dollars as revenue. This is huge because this is an illegal trade, the second largest in the world, and also the fastest growing crime in the world. Let me explain to you. Here is a rough map of India that I'm drawing. India is supposed to be the hub of trafficking. Here is Mumbai, here is Delhi, and here is Kolkata. Three major cities in India. This is Nepal and this is Bangladesh. Another two places from where many cross the borders and come into India in huge numbers and illegally. If you want to understand trafficking, you have to understand it like business. It's about demand and supply. Because there is huge demand in our big cities, which are destinations, there is a huge supply from the remote parts of the country. And you'll find that most NGOs are working in these big cities doing rescue or rehabilitation of people who are already victims of trafficking. When one girl or one child is trafficked and then rescued, another 100 girls or 100 children have already come into the trade because they're being trafficked from everywhere. Now 100 is a very moderate estimate. If you go to a railway station, like how I did last night, I found so many people coming with young boys into the city for labor and being sold into a life of drudgery. What happens is, even though we take the journey of 5 to sometimes 7 years with one particular girl from rescue to rehabilitation, you can imagine how many have come in to this trade. What we have found is there's a gap. In this scenario, somebody has to do something with the demand and supply. And that's how Purnata was born, which means wholeness. We have begun Purnata as a new initiative to see that we can reduce the vulnerability of those who are potential victims in source areas. We want to increase the risk to traffickers who are trafficking children and girls across the country at will. And we want to see how we can reduce the demand, the supply in the source areas and the demand in the destinations. Now what happens is, when we do that, is we are able to make a dent in trafficking. And this is going to be research based. It's going to be thoroughly researched, published. It's also going to be a holistic effort. Holistic because trafficking is not an isolated issue. It's having many causatory factors, many things that lead to trafficking. So poverty is one major factor, but underlying poverty, there are many other factors. And then you also have migration, you have false beliefs, you have the Devadasi system and so many other things that lead to trafficking. We also want to work in a collaborative way because no one organization or government can bring an end to trafficking. And so we want to work joining hands with others who are already down on the field. We want to work with the government. We want to work with civil society. We want to work with churches. And this is where you come in. You have a part to play in this. We're looking for partners. We're looking for people who would pray for us. We're going to go into places where the needs are going to be so high that we may be getting overwhelmed and discouraged. So we need you to stand with us in prayer. We are also looking for people who are going to volunteer and give their time. We'd also love for you to support us through generous giving, because we need all our hands together to bring an end to human trafficking.